What is going on, guys? It's your boy Reality Spin. We are back here with another video. This time around, we got some reveals. We got some Twitter reveals. We've got the new Natlan characters have formally been announced and revealed, and their splash arts as well. We have Mualani, Kachina, and Kinich. I'm probably butchering these names. I think I'm saying Mualani right, so, you know, let me know in the comments. But we got all three of these characters announced, so I figured let's take a quick look at the nice little Twitter post that, the social media post, I guess, because it's kind of across all platforms, that Hoyoverse gave us for each of the characters. I do have this organized in terms of least excited to most excited. So it goes Mualani, Kachina, and Kinich. I'm the most excited for Kinich, least excited for Mualani, but I'm still very excited for all these characters. It's Natlan. It's a new region. Like, nobody knows what to expect. Nobody knows like how these characters are gonna work. And there's still a bunch that we have to see. So, anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it and check out Mualani. Mualani, Splish Splash Wave Chaser, Metzli Guide. In terms of how well they know Natlan, perhaps even the birds that gaze down upon this land from high up above, which fall short of the guides from the people of the springs. Long, long ago, their forerunners once measured the world with their feet, transforming the winding, perilous paths that they walked into networks of orderly lines on their maps. As a member of the people of the springs, new generation of young guides, Mualani has already established an eminent name for herself throughout Natlan. With her to lead the way, you'd be sure to experience the spectacular sight of volcanic eruptions, breathe in the refreshing natural fragrance of embercore flowers, even witness spontaneous performances put on by packs of koalasaurs. I got that. But likewise, if there was an emergency or you just need to be somewhere urgently, she'd find a shortcut to get you there safely, soundly, as smoothly as possible. Everyone knows the routes, Mualani herself would tell you, but timing's the key. You can't just set off whenever you feel like it. That would be extremely unlucky. Here she is. I mean, she looks great. Honestly, like, they have switched up the splash arts, right? Obviously, you look at this compared to any other splash art that they did for any previous characters, it does not look like this. Up until now, the biggest difference that we had in splash arts was the Harbingers, with Arlecchino, excuse me, sorry, I just hit my mic. Arlecchino, Scara, and Tartaglia, that they all had like the Harbinger background. But this is just straight up like new splash art. Like, it's just like there's no like character icon like in the back with like their element or whatever. Like, it's got like a more stylistic feel to it. It also has, I didn't even notice, I just noticed this, it has the element on top of her name where it says Mualani, so that's pretty cool. But she looks great. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what they do with Natlan specific characters and the mount system, because it looks like all three of these characters are going to have specific things with the mount, and I cannot wait to see how that works, and I can't wait to see what kind of movement options and like traversal options we're going to have in Natlan for the 5.0 the 5.0 patch. So Mualani looks dope. I like her. She looks cool. I'm excited to see how she's going to traverse Natlan. Hopefully she provides a faster option for like water, that you can like go on top of the water instead of just, you know, either swimming, farina-ing, or ice bridging. So hopefully that's a nice little alternative that we'll have with the character. Hey, who knows? I might even pull for her just based on that. But it's also going to depend on if she's a 5-star or 4-star or whatever the case. I don't think we have any of that information readily available. So anyways, let's move on from Mualani over to Kachina. I'm going to do this because it was a lot easier. So we have Kachina, modeled gold yet unsmelted. Nanatskayan, young braveheart. Just like the other younglings of the Children of Echoes, Kachina grew up surrounded by adorable Tepetlasars. Shiny gems dug up from the depths, and heroic stories passed down by tribal elders. I like her little tribal markings that she has on her. Can't really tell. Well, I guess you could see the ones on one on her leg, on her nose. I think that's about it. Anyways, she came to know the mountain pass like the back of her hand, developing a great instinct and skill for searching out the treasures of the earth. In her leisure time, she and her friends would often visit the recording studios where musicians made their music, where they would dance freely to the pulsing rhythms. Growing up in such an environment, the occasional bumper scratch was unavoidable. Ugh. And when she hurt herself, Kachina would cry out in pain just like any other child. But long before others had recovered from their pain, she would have wiped away her tears and stood back up again. Of course, she understands why the adults might see her as a good kid, yet she struggles to comprehend why she, of all people, was given the name of Uthabiti, for as the ancient poem goes, the one that dare stand firm as a mountain, their bones like battlements, and hold the sun's gaze, it is they that shall be given unto eternity. Interesting. Fear itself should instead fear me, for my body is like a roaring blaze, destined to melt down all that is mean and lowly, then cast it once more as an epitaph. Interesting. What part of her lives up to the lofty spirit embodied by this great name? So that's a quote from the spirit. The young Kachina has yet to figure this out, but having been granted this great honor, she is determined to never to give up, no matter how many of her bids at the pilgrimage of the return of the sacred flame end in vain. Even if it means being ostracized and reproached by her peers, or feeling disappointed, inferior, and at times nearly overwhelmed by landslides of negativity, in the end she'll wipe it all away. She'll wipe it all away along with her tears, because one thing is for certain, that Uthabiti, Kachina, will never be defeated by her tears. And here we have Kachina. Geo element, I'm cautiously optimistic as to what this character is gonna do, because Geo guys, I just don't know. I just don't know anymore. I don't know what Geo is. Navia was a step in the right direction. It felt like Chiori was a stagnant step. Hopefully Kachina moves the element forward. Geo is in a very... It's just in a weird spot, and it's always been in a weird spot, if I'm being completely honest. We've had a couple characters that have helped, obviously, a couple characters that have stood out, some that have been able to work with other teams as well, like Navia, Yunjin, Zhongli, obviously, but he's kind of in his own tier, so he doesn't really count even if he's Geo. But yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with Kachina. She looks really cool. I like her character design a lot. I like the flowing hair. She's gonna have like the Earth specific mount thingy, so I'm interested to see how that's gonna work. I think in the trailer we saw her scaling walls and stuff, so, and just like doing some general traversing with this, so I'm excited to see what that is all about. And I'm super excited to see what, like, more of the character. Seems like she's got some like spiritual stuff in her backstory, but yeah, I'm not really gonna get into that too much. I'm just here to see how the character looks and take it from there. But she looks cool. I like her. I like her design very much so. I'm definitely more excited for her than Mualani, and I really want to see what they do with her kit. Her kit is it's gonna be something I'm gonna pay close attention to. So, that is Kachina. Now let's move on to the main event. Kinich. My good Sir Kinich and his loyal companion down here. His loyal pixelated companion. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into the post. Turnfire hunt Quislan? Saurian hunter. It's one thing to charge a fee for delivering a letter, but charging for being a flame bearer on Turnfire Night, it's outrageous. Is this really a hero of ours? It's not like you just met him today. Surely you'd admit that he does his job well. That's all that matters. In Natlan, where humans and Saurians live together in harmony, there have always been some who have looked askance at Saurian hunters. In a land full of heroes, their practice of assessing commissions and setting a price makes the profession even more controversial. A cruel, ruthless, cold-blooded killer, pragmatic, utilitarian, without so much as a hint of chivalrous decorum. In such heartless, damning terms do people describe the young man that never argues back. But what of it? As long as the price is right, all commissions shall be fulfilled in a satisfactory manner. All writhing, raging aberrants return to the Night Kingdom from whence they came. Once the bearer of the Turnfire name has locked onto a target, there's no looking back. So this guy's a hunter. Yeah, I'm really excited for this guy. From what we saw in the trailer, it looked like his traversing stuff was gonna be like grapple, like almost like mid-air grapple hooks. So I'm interested to see what they do with that, how that's gonna work, and really just his entire kit. I think it was confirmed that he's gonna be a Claymore user. It looked like he was using a big ass sword, and he's also gonna be Dendro. So we know Dendro has benefited a lot as of late, and it's been probably one of the better elements in the game, like since it came out. It kind of started off a little slow, but then it like quickly ramped up with some of the character releases that we got and some of the mechanics overall. And heck, it even ended up buffing a bunch of characters that we thought were not as good as they ended up being. But with Dendro, it's opened up a whole bunch of possibilities for characters. So excited to see what they do with this character. His design looks really cool. The Zhao comparisons are funny, and I get it. But hey, I'm a sucker for these kinds of designs, and he looks cool. And I'm really interested to see what the fuck this pixelated companion thing is all about. It has a voice, so I assume they play. I assume we'll get to know them in 5.0 just as along with Kinich. So that's Kinich. Those are the 3 characters of Natlan, our first trio of characters. I assume there'll be a nice introduction. I mean, we got good elemental diversity between Dendro, Geo, and Hydro. So we've got 3 pretty good elements to start off with. There's really nowhere to go but up from here. I'm excited for the first Pyro character to see who it's gonna be. I mean, is it gonna be Iansen? I know they were talking about her. Well, not talking about her. I know she was one of the characters that we saw in the trailer amongst many others. So interested to see what's gonna happen there. And heck, even amongst all of this, we still have Emily coming out, and I feel like Emily is definitely getting the short end of the stick here, because all these Natlan characters getting revealed, people are like, look, my wallet is not, I'm closing it now. People are closing their wallets to then reopen them when Natlan comes out. That's what's going on here. And I feel like Emily's banner is definitely going to get affected by Natlan. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I guess we'll have to keep monitoring the situation. We do have another banner that literally just came out. I'm actually downloading the new patch now, so see how that goes. And yeah, guys, I think this is a good place to end off the video. Let me know who out of the 3 characters are you most excited for. Like, you know what, in the comments, rank them 1, 2, 3. 1 being your most excited, 3 being your least excited, and let me know what you guys think about the characters in the comments. And as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the other videos that we have on the channel, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.